Top 10 awkward Prince Harry moments that were cringe. Starting off with number 10, awkward hand gestures. Prince Harry has had some seriously awkward moments that were captured by millions of people. Born in 1984 to Prince Charles and Princess Diana, Prince Harry grew up with the Queen of England as a grandmother, which couldn't have been easy. The young boy was subjected to royal etiquette rules from the moment he came into the world. Then as Prince Harry got a little older, he started to misbehave. Ever since his problematic teenage years, Prince Harry has been known as something of a royal bad boy. However, in 2016, Harry met his wife-to-be Meghan Markle, and his rebellious streak seemed to have come to an end. Nevertheless, just a few years earlier, Harry had a cringe-worthy moment that was seen by millions. In 2012, during the London Olympics, the prince made an appearance alongside his brother William and sister-in-law Kate Middleton at the beach volleyball tournament. He looked visibly uncomfortable in front of the crowds and cameras given his royal status. He even made some awkward hand gestures which made him look even more embarrassed. It was a classic Prince Harry cringe moment, and it's one that will always be remembered. Since then, Prince Harry has become much more comfortable in the public eye, and he regularly appears with Meghan at royal events and charity functions, and seems much more confident now than he did back in 2012. Even though Harry may have had his awkward moments, his transition to a responsible royal is commendable and inspiring. With more public appearances on the horizon for the Duke of Sussex, we can only hope that he continues to feel confident in himself and shine through any embarrassing situations. Number 9, cringe greeting. Ever gone for a kiss on the cheek and immediately regretted it? We've all been there. I mean, have we? As it turns out, so has Prince Harry. In 2018, the royal was caught on camera in what is surely one of the most awkward greetings of all time. After greeting Melania Trump with a handshake, Prince Harry leaned in to give her a kiss on the cheek. Just as his lips were about to make contact, however, he suddenly realized that she was already turning away. With impeccable grace and composure, he changed direction mid-air and instead gave her an awkward pat on the shoulder. The entire incident was so cringeworthy that it left fans and reporters alike in stitches. And while we can all agree that Harry handled the situation with poise, his expression in the aftermath was absolutely priceless. Of course, awkward moments like these only make us love our favorite royals even more. They're human after all. So here's to hoping that Prince Harry has since learned the importance of timing when it comes to royal greetings. And if not, you can always take comfort in the fact that his fans will love him regardless. Who else could pull off such an awkward moment with a smile? Number 8, awkward phone call. In 2020, Harry and Meghan announced they were stepping away from the royal family and moving away from Britain. Later that year, the couple took part in a video call with members of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust from their new home in LA. According to body language expert Judy James, the prince looked uncharacteristically awkward throughout the call and even spoke down to the floor. She went on to comment on Harry's positioning in the frame, saying that he looked slightly trapped to one side. While it's not entirely clear why the prince was so uncomfortable during the call, one can only speculate that he felt out of place in his new home. Despite living in LA for 8 months back then, Harry's roots are still deeply tied to Britain, and this probably caused a certain disconnect in his current surroundings. With the royal family drama that unfolded that previous year, it's not unusual for people to feel out of place when uprooted from their comfort zone. After all, the transition from a traditional lifestyle to one rooted in modernity can be daunting and overwhelming. It's likely that Harry is still adjusting to his new home, and with time he'll find his footing and start feeling more at ease. Of course, Harry is an incredibly resilient person, and it's no doubt that he will find his place in his new environment. And it's admirable that despite all the challenges, he still finds time to engage with important causes and initiatives like the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. His commitment to social issues and causes close to his heart is inspiring and a testament to his strength of character. Number 7, Miranda Hart. Miranda Hart is a well-known British comedian who won over audiences with her hit show Miranda. The star opened up about her awkward encounter with Prince Harry on the Graham Norton show. It all happened when she hosted part of the Jubilee concert and had the chance to meet both the princes. She explained, "I completely died on my ass with Harry. It was so embarrassing." It seemed like the royal was equally as embarrassed, as he quickly said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know that was going to happen." The comedian went on to share more about her interaction with Harry. He looked at me and he goes, "Oh my god, you look terrified." And I said, no, just a bit overwhelmed. We can all identify with that feeling. It was also revealed that the encounter wasn't over yet though. As Miranda recalled, Harry went on to say, "We've met before, haven't we?" And I said no, and he said, "Oh yes we did, you were at my house for dinner." Of course I had no recollection of this, and I hadn't met him before at all. He made it up. We can't help but chuckle at the royals' attempt to save face. Miranda went on to share a little more about the evening, adding, "I thought it was one of those moments when someone is gonna pat you on the arm and say it's nice to meet you again, but it wasn't." The interesting encounter between the pair was a testament to Harry's ability to think on his feet and how he managed to handle the awkward situation with charm. It goes to show that even members of the royal family have moments of cringe-worthy embarrassment. We can only imagine the other funny stories Miranda has up her sleeve when it comes to her brush with royalty. Number 6. Ex-girlfriend. It's pretty common knowledge that Harry had a seriously wild past, so it's not surprising that the prince has quite a few ex-girlfriends. One of the lucky ladies rumored to be on that list is actress Jenna Coleman. Apparently Prince Harry and his wife Meghan bumped into Coleman during a trip to Amsterdam in 2018, and by all reports, the encounter was seriously awkward. Harry reportedly tried to make conversation with Jenna Coleman, but the actress was so uncomfortable that she could barely respond. According to an eyewitness, Meghan looked embarrassed and had a look of shock on her face. Meanwhile, Harry continued to rattle off polite small talk, something he's definitely not used to doing when it comes to his exes. Needless to say, the entire event was really cringeworthy. Number 5, the first date. Prince Harry met his future wife Meghan in 2016, and the rest is history. And while the pair hit it off pretty quickly, one embarrassing instance proves that they weren't quite ready for marriage right out of the gate. In an interview on BBC Radio 4, Harry revealed that the pair had their first date in a supermarket. As if that wasn't cringe enough, they were caught by paparazzi. To make matters worse, he said, "I was really trying to impress her, but it didn't quite go to plan." Thankfully, Harry and Meghan were able to move past this awkward moment, proving that even royals, they have their embarrassing moments. But it seems like the couple still joke about it, as Harry said in the same interview that I'm sure the paparazzi, were wondering what on earth was going on. Number 4, Malala Yousafzai. Malala is an internationally recognized activist for gender equality in Pakistan and the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Prince Harry met Yousafzai at the 2014 We Day Assembly, and the meeting turned out to be pretty awkward for them both. Apparently it all started innocently enough. According to Craig Kielburger, who co-founded the event, when the pair were posing for a photo together, Harry casually tried to place his arm around the activist's shoulder. Kielburger explained that her mother started shouting, "No, no, no," which translated to, "Not unless you marry her, can you touch her?" He revealed to Hello magazine, "Yikes, the prince clearly didn't know the correct protocol." Kielburger went on, "The prince was so red in his face at that moment, and he was clasping his hands in the front. Malala was so embarrassed, and we aren't surprised. The moment sounds totally mortifying." Number 3, awkward pregnancy reveal. Anyone who follows the royals will know that etiquette matters. With the royal family, there is a correct time and place for everything. However, it would seem that Harry's wife Meghan didn't fully understand the intricacies of royal etiquette, and she ended up seriously embarrassing her husband because of it. According to the book Royals at War, written by journalists Dylan Howard and Andy Tillett, Markle's pregnancy announcement was incredibly poorly timed. Meghan put her foot in it, the book stated, when she decided that Princess Eugenie's wedding would be the ideal moment to announce that she and Harry were expecting their first child. As the book went on to explain, that was a huge social gaffe, as it stole the limelight from the bride. Yikes! Apparently, Markle's bad timing made both the bride and her mother furious. That must have been pretty awkward for Prince Harry, who would have known just how serious Markle's blunder was. Fortunately, there are plenty of royal rules Meghan and Harry no longer have to follow. Number 2, Instagram handle. Most people who have grown up with social media accounts have their own embarrassing online histories. Whether it's an old MySpace page or an email address you made when you were a teenager, we've all been there. But it may surprise you to learn that Harry has social media gaffes of his own. In 2020, Harper's Bazaar published an excerpt from Finding Freedom, a biography about Harry and Meghan. It confirmed that the royal had a super cringeworthy Instagram handle back in the day. Ready for it? Apparently, Harry started an Instagram account under the name Spiky Mouse, S being a 5, back in 2016. The authors of the book revealed that the name was an homage to the prince's love of house music and artist deadmau5. Apparently, Spike is a nickname often used by Scotland Yard officers. Talk about an awkward revelation for Prince Harry. Or should we say Spiky Mouse? Number 1, battling with the bee. Harry frequently gives speeches in public as part of his royal duties, or at least he did before moving to LA with his wife Meghan. During one such event in 2019, things didn't go according to plan when a pesky bee stole the prince's thunder. The hilarious moment took place during Charles's 70th birthday celebrations. As Prince Harry delivered his speech, he was seen swatting away a bug that was flying close to his head. Harry then went quiet for a moment before trying to continue, stumbling over his words. He then chuckled and said, "Sorry, that bee really got me," provoking laughter from audience members. Apparently bees don't have too much respect for royalty. I gotta say I'm impressed at how Harry handled the situation so professionally. After all, bee stings can be seriously painful. But that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates and news on your favorites. And I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.